How to deal with people who are unconscious and asleep. So if you have gone through a spiritual awakening or you've gone through a lot of conscious evolution in your life, you could still have friends and family, coworkers, and people in your day-to-day lives who are still unconscious and asleep. And when I mean unconscious, I mean people who are living unconsciously and all of their behaviors are dictated primarily by their subconscious mind. They're unaware that if they change their subconscious mind, they can change their life. And I know it can be so difficult to listen to the problems and the suffering and feel the negative energy from people who are vibrating at a different frequency than you are, and they are suffering with the same problems, and you personally know how they could solve them, and you really want to help them and to awaken them and to just wake them up. I totally understand how that feels, but my number one piece of advice for how to deal with unconscious people is do not let their energy affect your energy. That is the number one thing that you have to keep in mind when you're interacting with people who are still operating this way. Because as soon as you let their energy affect yours, then you are also living unconsciously and you are reacting rather than responding. So you always want to be balanced as much as you can, centered, and thinking in a conscious way. Okay, so it's not so much about them, it's more about you. Realize that everything in your reality is a reflection of your inner state of being. So if you keep encountering people who cause a lot of resistance in you, it's because that resistance was always there to begin with, and people around you are simply just triggering it. So remember, it all comes back to you, and the answer is always to go within in order to resolve the external problems that keep arising in your life. So things that really help me is to always remind myself that I am connected to everything and everyone in this universe. I am one with everything and everyone. So why would I judge someone? Why would I think negatively about someone? Why would I evoke very negative emotions within myself about a certain person if that person is connected to me? You hear this over and over and over. Really, when you're judging someone else, you are judging yourself in a way. When you are looking down on someone else, you're looking down on an aspect of yourself, because we are all connected. We are all in this together, and that everyone is on their own spiritual path. You know, some people came here to play the role of victim, to play the role of someone who does really bad things. And I know that's really difficult to integrate, but what I do is I just let it go. And I realize that there's a lot of things about this world that I'm not going to fully understand or be able to rationalize. And I don't want to bring my vibe down trying to understand why there are injustices in the world, why all these things are happening, and why unconscious people are still pretty much the majority on this planet. Why do I want to ruminate about that and bring my vibe down? That means that I've lost my power. So don't ever lose your power. I try to have as much compassion and love as I can. I don't want to hold on to negative, judgmental emotions, because that is only hurting me. So always keep that in your mind. There are always going to be people that piss you off. They're going to make you angry. They're going to hurt you. And it's okay to feel those emotions. Like I said, embrace being a human. Embrace feeling the emotions of the human experience. So if you're hurt and angry, do not suppress that. Don't tell yourself you're not supposed to feel that way. Of course you are. Of course you're supposed to be pissed off if someone betrays you or double crosses you. So allow that to come up, allow it to be expressed, but you want to release it, you want to let it go. You don't want the internal trauma stored in your body from dealing with unconscious people. So release, let go every day. If you still feel like you're holding grudges, if you still feel like you can't forgive someone, it's really important that you get to the work, especially in these times, to forgive and to let go. And I know it is so hard if this person has caused you so much suffering in your life. But you are going to free yourself once you can truly let go and forgive. It is so cathartic. It is so relieving. I cannot explain the feeling that you feel when you truly just surrender and let go, and the grudge is gone and you've forgiven them. I know it can be so frustrating to see people who are operating in an unconscious state of mind to be, spewing their opinions out into the public, influencing others. Everything is meant to be. These people are supposed to be acting this way. Everything is divinely guided, okay? There are no accidents. Whatever these people are saying, they're meant to be saying it, and they're meant to be expressing it. And they need to go through this way of being in order to grow and evolve on their own spiritual path. So as I've said in previous videos, I like to plant seeds with people, especially people that I really care about, that I'm really close to, and that I feel are sort of more ready to awaken. I will say certain things to them to get them thinking about the power within them. So whenever they're going through a problem, I always point back to the fact that they have the power to change whatever their issue is if they solve it from within, if they go within. You don't know how powerful you are. You don't know how strong you are. And if you could tap into those energies, you would be absolutely amazed and your life would completely change. So that's why I'm always trying to direct people and guide people to going within, to discovering, remembering who they really are. It's a beautiful journey. Planting those seeds is going to sort of prepare and sort of prime their subconscious mind to be more open to the type of information that they need to be open to in order to embark on their own spiritual journey and evolution. Dealing with people who are unconscious and acting out of a place of fear has become much, much more easier for me over the years, as I've learned to progressively let go, to not hold on to anger, and not to act petty. I used to be pretty petty. I used to be very immature in my early 20s, and I used to get caught up in drama, just have stupid arguments with people. And as I've matured and, spiritually grown, I've learned, sometimes the hard way, that these type of activities do not make me happy. And you're going to learn that too. Getting caught up in all of the drama, you don't feel good. Once it's all said and done, once the argument's over, once you've maybe done something that you're not very proud of, at the end of the day, who is hurting? It's you. And you are either embarrassed and ashamed of what you've done, you're questioning your own integrity, or you just feel a sense of fear, anger, and again, you're in a negative vibration because you got caught up in drama that evokes these types of emotions. So I always come to a disagreement or a conflict with someone who doesn't have the same sort of state of mind as I do, with compassion and love. And it always works out much, much better. Sometimes it's not perfect, but I have a much better outcome and I feel much better. I feel much better about myself that I was able to take the high road and I didn't let the temptation of fear control and dictate my actions, that I actually was able to hold my power, if that makes sense. And the more and more you can do this, when these kind of situations arise with people who are unconscious, the stronger you're going to get. The more conscious you're going to become, the more aware you're going to become. If you guys want more advice for how to handle unconscious people, check out my video called How to Respond Rather Than React. I share 3 powerful ways for how to respond rather than react based on your personality type. So I will put it in the end screen right now. Remember, don't ever allow someone to take your power, and don't ever give away your power just because they're on a different vibration and frequency than you are. You are always in control. I hope this helped you guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.